Good day, everybody. Welcome to today's video. This is Dre from BackCountry Wrenching, and today I'm getting into something different. Taking a little road trip, going from Calgary to Three Valley Gap, and we're going to stay at a alleged haunted hotel. I'm going to get into that a little bit later, but let's talk about the history in this area. In the 1890s, a large sawmill was built in the area, not on the spot where the hotel is, but close by, and the town began to prosper. Then in 1913, the sawmill burnt down and was not rebuilt. Fast forward to World War II, and Three Valley is also home to the Japanese internment camps during World War II, which is a dark stain on Canada's history. Then in 1956, Gordon and Ethel Bell came to Three Valley to purchase land. They originally wanted to build on the original town site, but realized that it was too small to do what they wanted to do. So they purchased property on the east side of the lake where the chateau is located today. From the book that I purchased from the Three Valley Chateau, told about the history of the area. And a quote from Gordon Bell from the book says, "I believe we can't move into the future without understanding our history," Bell would say. "It is important that we preserve our history for future generations. I'm just doing my part." His dream was to have a place that he and his family could work in a healthy environment, a place of self-sufficiency, self-reliance, and independence. And so, Three Valley Gap has always served as a historical dedication to the men and women who built Western Canada, but also a testament to the dream of an average man whose grit, determination, and hard work is captured and lives on in what you see at Three Valley Gap today. Our journey took most of the day and was plagued by highway construction still in the fall. I haven't been out this way for a few years, but I'm hoping this golden construction gets finished pretty soon. Just leaving Golden, heading out town, had to make an emergency stop. It seemed like my key fob had stopped working. And then we got a new battery. Seems to be okay, so crisis averted. Another couple hours to go to get to our destination, to Revelstoke. Just pulled up to the brewery. Thought the GPS was lying to us, but looks like they must have moved. Our first stop on this journey was a quick stop in Revelstoke to Mount Begbie Brewing. So just at the brewery, this little barn style looking cottage is Airbnb, sitting on top of that little ridge right beside the brewery. It's kind of cool. Looked it up. It's like almost 500 bucks a night. 500 bucks a night and you have that view. After a quick flight, we had a short 20-kilometer trip to get to our destination. I'm going to tell you right now, Three Valley Gap Chateau is a cool place to stay. So we just got to Three Valley Gap. This is where we're staying tonight. This hotel is claimed to be haunted. We're on the 3rd floor. We are up there somewhere. What really makes this a breathtaking piece of scenery is the fact that you are directly in the middle of the valley, sandwiched between two mountains, and the view is absolutely breathtaking. Tomorrow we're going to stay in Golden. Just want to come out here tonight. Always want to stay here. Long frickin' drive. Road construction was absolutely terrible coming out here. This is a room. MJ, you taking a dump? What are you doing then? We got 3 beds because this was the last room that had the lakeside view. MJ, there's a Bible in here, so when you get possessed, I can like quote some scripture and unpossess you. Brought my tester here. Check for supernatural activity. Ooh. So far, so good. Day's still young. There, I can get another, or better shot, I should say, now that the harsh sun has gone down. Right beside the mountain. Go get something to eat. So they have a restaurant right on site that you're able to go grab something to eat from. I'm going to tell you right now, this is probably one of the most unique places I've ever stayed at in my life. And if you are a paranormal believer, you can totally feel a vibe here. Just the energy in this place kind of gives you like this weird feeling that something is there. This place is haunted. Just some of the things you see hanging up on the wall, pictures, and the Titanic painting in the swimming pool area, the sights, the smells, the whole layout of the place. There's like a little area with antiques and a pool table, which is kind of cool, I guess, if you want to shoot some pool while you're hanging out. But I'm just documenting everything, walking through, just kind of filming. Staircase that goes upstairs. And how many hotels have you stayed in has their own library and puzzle room? This is very cool, to say the least. If you're in this area, I highly recommend you just stopping in and check it out. So we just got finished getting something to eat, and I had to ask because I heard rumors that this place is haunted, and indeed the woman said there's been stories of some strange things that have happened here, not just coincidence. She said she had a weird thing happen to her tonight even, so this is pretty exciting. Never stayed at a haunted hotel before. Definitely has that creepy vibe, that's for sure. So I know there's probably a lot of non-believers, but I'm not making this up. Just a quick Google search will show up all kinds of things that there's definitely been records of something here. Whether or not you believe it or not is another story. I work with a guy who was a bishop in Africa. He doesn't have his license in Canada. And I flat out asked him, do you believe in demonic possession? And he said yes. He's even witnessed it himself. So I definitely believe, through things I've experienced, that there's something out there. Old steam tractor is pretty cool. Just look at this place. Just nestled in the Rocky Mountains. Just think I could just put you in the kayak, push you out in the lake, and dispose of you.
It's not that easy.
See if this old car is possessed. Beautiful night, sit down by a lake, smoking a cigar. Wait for the sea monsters to come up and grab MJ and take her under. Right, MJ? Shut her down. They're coming for you. Yeah, train coming through the mountain at night. That'd be so epic to ride the rails. I was kind of pumped and excited to experience something. However, that wasn't the case. My mind was racing with all these stories that the lady had told us, the waitress, about things that have happened and things people have experienced. But she said the ghost town is where she's always been scared of. And I didn't really think too much of it until I went there myself. And then you can definitely feel the energy there. Oh, it's a beautiful morning from our hotel room. Look at that. I was kind of hoping to get the drone up this morning, but it's raining. I think it would have been pretty epic, but it is what it is. Gonna go get some breakfast. The ghost town is what makes this place special, and I highly recommend you stop and check it out. Everything that you see on site has been collected by the Bell family from different parts in Western Canada. Buildings and everything. And I think a lot of the tales that refer to the hauntings our presence occur in this ghost town. Now, if you're familiar with Ed and Lorraine Warren, they've made movies about them and some of the tales that they've been on, or stories, I guess. They have the whole collection of items that have been possessed or have spirits attached to them, and that very well could be where some of these hauntings come from. But I'm going to tell you right now, from my experience, there's a definite energy here, and these mannequins that they have throughout the ghost town creep me right out. I would not want to be walking around in the dark with a flashlight and shining my flashlight on these mannequins, because I would be totally creeped out. They just, like, I don't know, can't really explain the feeling, but when you're walking around here and in some of the buildings that you walk into, you can definitely feel something. And I think this place is something that gets looked over. Thousands upon thousands of people driven by it, including myself, and I always thought, man, that's kind of a cool place, but never took the time to stop and check it out. And it's well worth it. The hotel's not even that expensive to stay at. There's lots in the area to check out. I highly recommend it. This is one of the most unique places that I've ever stayed at, and it's super cool. Definitely. And I really dug this overland rig from like 40 years ago. The big question is, what I want to know is if anybody who's ever stayed here has experienced something that they care to share their story, because I really would like to know. I know a lot of my viewers probably have never stayed here or experienced anything, but even when we talked to the waitress in the morning, she had experience as well. The waitress we had the previous night told the stories, and so there's definitely something here. Whether it's good or bad, nobody knows for sure. No one's been able to pinpoint what it is, but there's definitely a presence going on here. With the drone shot, you can kind of see the ghost town and then the chateau. And this is a very beautiful spot in the valley. You can see just how narrow the valley is. With the lake in the middle, you got the highway on one side, railroad on the other. There's not a lot of room. And this would be like a perfect location for a movie, being trapped, like a rock site goes down like both sides of the valley, or an avalanche, and people are trapped in this hotel, and there's some sort of like murderer on site. You know what I mean? This would be like the perfect place for that type of like movie. And apparently there has been some movies filmed here as well. But it's 20 minutes from Revelstoke. Check it out. It's so cool. After spending the morning, it's time to head to Golden. Last stop of our little journey. Stop off at White Tooth Brewing. Then head to our hotel room on the Kicking Horse Ski Resort. Just kind of split up the drive between 2 days. So we just drove from Revelstoke to Kicking Horse and Golden. Staying at the resort for tonight. Head home tomorrow. Kind of break it up. Instead of doing all in one day. 2 days, kind of enjoy yourself. It's the following morning. Just leaving the ski hill. There's our lodging where we stayed. It was okay. I don't think I'd stay there again. Found the bed was extremely uncomfortable. Room was nice though. Cherokee did a good job so far for traveling, except for the dead fob battery. we got that corrected right here in Golden. On the way home, instead of just driving straight home, we left pretty early in the morning. Started to check out these falls just outside of Banff National Park. And I haven't been out here for a few years. And usually when I'm in this area, I like to come out here just to check them out. The hike is really short. Maybe 1.5 kilometers round trip. Really easy. Anybody can do it. It's great just to stop, you know, stretch out your legs, get a little walk in. Because staying at the Kicking Horse Resort, my back was just killing me. And there's a good shot of the falls right there. And I know a few years ago, a couple hikers fell in. And I don't think their bodies were ever recovered. I think they are trapped in where that chute is, where the water's shooting out. I haven't done any research to see if they were recovered or not, but that's what happens, you know. You climb up and you slip and fall, and you just realize, you know, your life can end just like that. It disappeared forever. Because you could see those waterfalls. Look how high they are. Breathtaking. It's fed from a glacier from up top. And like I said, depending on what time of the year it is, depends how much water flow there is and how much force there is. So, quick little hike. Header home. Was a great weekend to get out away from camping, doing other things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a good time checking out things, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.